first opened in 1957. Welcome inside what's still one of the great stadiums in the NFL. Legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, home of the Packers. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Green Bay Packers. On the Carolina sideline, it's their head coach, Dave Canales. His guys in rough shape. They have lost 7 of their last 9 games. His counterpart on the Packers sideline, Matt LaFleur. His guys come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans. On the return, here is Ainias Smith. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. And they're led by Bryce Young, the #1 overall pick, Greg, out of Alabama back in 2023.
You know, we used to have a saying, Mike, the only guys who didn't have a bad game were the guys who didn't play. So here you are as the quarterback, putting a lot of the offensive success on your back. And the game just doesn't go your way. You're not seeing it right. The coverage is not, whatever the case may be.
Oh, and they come after him right away, and definitely goes on the first play of the game.
Mike, you said it. You mentioned just how loud it was, the energy in this building leading up to the opening kickoff. And with a sack like that on the first play of the game, this crowd's only going to get louder. And, man, we can feel it all the way up here in the booth.
Young quickly out to Leggett. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Here's 3rd and 7. Out of the shotgun, Young. Here's a ball thrown deep, right sideline. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. A big play for the Panthers. It's a gain of 34. On first down is Young. He'll spot his tight end, Mitchell Evans. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. They get 20 on the connection. It's a Carolina first down. A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. And showing the quick feet there as he gets forward for a pickup of 3. Well, we have a moment while we take a look at the key inactives not playing in the ballgame here this afternoon. Second down, they need 7. In motion comes the tight end, Evans. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Tutu Atwell. Touchdown, Panthers. His 4th TD grab of the season. Carlson's kick is good. Panthers will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get forward for a couple. Bilal Nichols there to make the play. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8.
Come on. 19. 70. Ready.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. First down, Packers.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
They'll throw out of the gun. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Completes this one. That's Christian Watson. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. Now, faking the give. To the goal line and in. Chris Olave. Touchdown, Packers. His 6th touchdown now for the season. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Packers come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This is Jimmy Horn Jr. on the return. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. The Panthers offense and Bryce Young set for their next possession. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. Take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. He keeps it himself.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. Panthers football to begin this second quarter. They've got it with a second down and 10.
Here we go.
There's a short one caught by Sanders. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. It's 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Young. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw. And even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway. And it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. The Packers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
Cougar 19. Go.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Bison, 60 Bison. Bobcat. Ready, ready.
Here's Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
18 Chargers, 19 Chargers.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Panthers' 46-yard line.
You're not. 18 Cardinal.
Now they'll set up to throw. The catch is made. This is Tucker Kraft. And they'll take this down inside the 35. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here we go. Cougar 19, Cowboys. Ready.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll get about 5. From the 29, here's 2nd down and 5.
Ready. Past the 60. Ready.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. It's a pickup of 12. 1st down, Packers.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Let's go. Lightning.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Open right side is likely.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down. First and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Crack all 80. Let's go.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Here's another shot from the 6 at second and goal.
70, Timberwolves.
Oh, he just does beat the play clock as he'll set up to throw. And he's in. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Green Bay. Bates, good with the extra point. And the Packers will move out to a 14-7 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for first and 10. Now Young. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
A second down throw for Young. Here's a screen coming for Dowdle. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a third down. To throw is Young. That one complete to Leggett. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Panther first down. Young. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Tutu Atwell was the one he was looking for. It's second down. Back to the air, it's Young. He'll swing this out to Dowdle. And he'll get about 3 here on second down before he's out of bounds.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Now Young. He's got his tight end, that's Sanders. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
On first and 10, here's Young. He takes off. And gun down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up. The Panthers will take their first timeout as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. A chance here to draw level before the break. It's first and goal. Out of the shotgun, Young. That's hauled in at the 2. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 2 now, here's second and goal. Here's Young to throw. That one taken in. Catarella McMillan. Touchdown, Carolina. Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Panthers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's first and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He did a nice job skipping away from one tackle, then going forward, gain of 5. It'll be second down. Now a timeout signal form, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5.
Here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Cougar 19.
They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half. Now a third and 2.
Brings up third and 2.
They'll look to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
And the defense knew they had to be ready for anything here on third and short. They decided to put the ball in the air, and they might have been better off keeping that ball on the ground because that defense was ready for it, and they were all over it.
Trap 50.
They will indeed go as they look to throw. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the third quarter. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Hiking 18.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That one on target to Watson. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A gain there of 27 yards.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Come on. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
He'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's Watson. They hook up again. 2nd time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a 1st down.
Okay, ready?
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Connect. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles, Dragon 60.
Back to throw. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Press up, Cowboys. Hey. Rig alert. Ready.
A run up the middle with Jacobs. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up 3rd down. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Here's 3rd and 2.
Here we go. 19 tight.
Throwing now from the gun. Open is Kraft. He's got it. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
18.
Here's Jacobs. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
And he just continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the 1st half, it almost looks like he's got even stronger now.
And he'll take it on in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. Bates, good with the extra point. And the Packers have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Horn now to return it. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Panthers offense and receiver Tenaroa McMillan set to take over once again. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Look at play action with Young. That's the left side, hauled in by Leggett. They get 11 and quickly pick up the 1st down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Young. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that near.
And they're going to get to him and take him down. Take him back to the other side of midfield. Hunting time for the Panthers. Set to kick this one away. He's on for the 2nd time. We'll try to get something inside the 10. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. The man down the field, it's Olave. And he's going to take this one all the way. 77 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. Bates now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Packers have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. Oh! And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Panthers offense ready to see what they can do. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Now a screen set up for Dowdle. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. That's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
This, now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Now Dowdle. And he'll manage to bring this down to about the 37. Lucas Van Ness, the former 1st-round pick, there to make the tackle. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, Frank.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Ready.
To throw is Young. That's to the right side and incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Let's go.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. That one into the hands of Atwell. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. They'll run with Dowdle. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Throwing on 2nd. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And fortunately, a Panther was right there to get on it. So no turnover. They retain possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
The motion man is Sanders. To throw, Young. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown, and instead the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Ready.
Now, faking the give. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. The motion man is Sanders. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And he's going to have that first down across midfield and down to the 46-yard line. The motion man is Sanders. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Check right.
Here's Young. That one out wide. Dowdle. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. On 2nd down, Young. That one's hauled in left side by McMillan.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
We get in motion. Now on 3rd and 2, they'll under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll go. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush that leads to a turnover on down.
Check the Eagles. Check the Eagles. Let's go.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. He's going to run it. The Panthers will take their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
A pass taken in by Watson. And he's into the end zone. Christian Watson, touchdown, Green Bay. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Packers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. Wow. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Panthers offense ready to get back to work. They'll start out 1st down and 10.
Yeah, one.
Out of the shotgun, Young. That's taken in by McMillan. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Young. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs. The zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
He's got his tight end. That's Sanders. Here's 1st and 10. Sanders headed in motion. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. On 1st down, Pickett. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. And the gun is Pickett. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down. In the shotgun, here's Pickett. That's downfield. He's got Sanders, the tight end. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Pickett throwing here on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Throwing on 2nd down. Pickett was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Pickett to throw. He'll swing this out to Dowdle. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down. Pickett. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done. Here's a 2nd and 6. So, it's a win for the Packers. And with an open date on the schedule next week, we'll be able to savor this one for a while. Rest up and ready to get back at it in 2 weeks' time.